Welcome back to CS Learning Hub. Today we will start with the second tutorial of how you can become a Google certified trainer. Today we will start with the Google certified trainer course, Unit 1. Unit 1 is about influence organizational change, and it's talking about establishing yourself as a leader who support a shared vision within a school. So what we will learn: how to become a change agent, how to prioritize and set goals based on your audience, how to develop a shared vision or align yourself with the vision of an organization, how to advocate for stakeholder goal setting, how to support schools in change management process. First of all, let's start with establishing yourself as a leader. Let's watch this video together and we will come back. So from the video, I understand that we can to step up to leadership roles and inspire change in the organization. So to do that, you as a leader or as a trainer, you're supposed to develop a few important traits in your personality. You are reflective about your practice. You are active in gaining a new understanding of teaching and learning, like blended learning, flipped learning, PBL. You are continuous learner. You always be updated of all the apps and skills in technology that we can use it in education. So all these traits, you need to work on it all the time. So you as a leader, when you come work with the educators, you can understand all the things that you want to share it with them, and in the same times help you to envision your role as a leader. So let's think together how trainers embody strong school leaders. The first card: what leadership qualities should trainers embody when working with educators? The first one is listen. Listen to the educators and audience. It's very important point. Also, treat educators as professionals and support them as an independent thinkers. It's very important, and build a trust relationship between the trainer and the educators. So this is the first one. The second one: what leadership qualities do you personally resonate with? So 3 things you need to put it in your mind. The first of all, vision setting is important. Sometimes people need to be shown the big picture or what is the final result. So in their mind, they start to think, what is the steps that I need to take in order to have this full picture? Number 2, relationship, like what I explained from 1 minute before. Relationship is very important to build the trust between the trainer and the educators. Number 3, how can I establishing this trust? For example, you can working with with educators as a coaching relationship, help them in a real time, give them resources that they can use it in any time. So all these things, it's very important for educators and for trainers to build the credibility between them. Okay, now, how might you exhibit these qualities in your school environment? So share other success. For example, the trainers and leaders in the school community visit classrooms and record videos of teachers leading small groups of students. These videos could be uploaded to the school YouTube channel so others can benefit from seeing best practices in action. Okay. The second thing, how can I set goals with your audience in mind? Take a closer look at how you will help inspire transformation at your school. You will need to understand, be careful, be effective, encourage, and coaching. So, understand your audience to provide meaningful support and have a clear set of goals for yourself. You need to be careful. It's easy to become overwhelmed trying to implement too many changes at once. To be effective, focus on one point and make it as a first goal. After you finish it, go to the next step. Encourage teachers to push their personal learning and move beyond their comfort zone. Coaching teachers to explore a new path requires a delicate balance of asking probing questions and providing support when teachers become stuck. So how do you establish credibility among a group teaching different grade levels and subject matter? So in my opinion, credibility is very important and build trust. So to build credibility, you need to utilizing technology for learning by working together, having coaching relationship, like what I said, so that we can work as a team. We complement each other's skills. To build trust, you can honoring the teacher's knowledge and experience. And of course, if you want to encourage teachers to set their own goals, first of all, to utilize design thinking. For example, real problem relevant to solve in their content. Also, you need to encourage teachers to push their personal learning and move beyond their comfort zone, like what we explained from 1 minute before. Okay, so now let's start with the lesson exercise. What qualities should a trainer possess to inspire transformation? Okay, number 1, demonstrate clear communication strategies with the school leaders and teachers. Of course, this is true. Develop an understanding of community needs. This is true. Determine incremental goals for technology integration. This is true. Design professional development for the average adult. This is not true. So this is the correct answer. Second question. Adult learners are motivated when the content is personally relevant, honors their expertise, and builds upon their prior knowledge. Of course, this is true. Number 3. It is easier to determine if a goal has been met when the goal is written with observable objectives. Sure, it's true. Number 4, how might you improve your practice as a trainer? So communicating with respect, this is correct. Delivering content with empathy, this is correct. Building connection with your audience, this is correct. Meeting the individual needs of each person by actively listening and differentiating instruction, this is true also. So now we will go to the second part, which is support a shared vision within a school. Developing a shared vision for professional development. As a Google for Educators certified trainer, you have the unique opportunity to work with many stakeholder groups. Your guidance can help leaders and community members understand their role in managing change, and identifying best practices and embodying innovation every day. So where do you begin? So you need to understand how to develop a shared vision. To develop a shared vision, it requires buy-in from all stakeholders. And we can do that by communication. So you can communicate in a variety of ways inside your community. From emails, newsletter, group polls, it is important to gather a variety of voices and encourage active participation in the process. So how do you make sure that the shared vision includes the school learning goals, initiatives, and collective voice? So first of all, using the same Google Docs all year to store meeting notes and link to resources keeps every meeting organized and documented. This is the first step. So using Google Docs to store all the meeting notes. Number 2, using Google Drive. Creating a shared folder enable all members of a group to share resources and also to being allowed for all the stakeholders to get access on these resources and use it anytime. Number 3, use Google Forms to survey all stakeholders to inform schools' decision. So the next thing, how can you broadcast initiatives to get buy-in from a wide audience? This is very important. So to do that, you need to use 2 things, Gmail and using Blogger. Gmail is used with the parents in the community to keep them informed, and teachers and administrators, we can use Blogger to capture and share classroom learning and keep stakeholders up to date on the school's goals and initiatives. How can effectively engage in conversation with the school and organization leaders to support shared vision? So to manage organizational change, you will need the support of leadership to help drive the change you are proposing. Second, you need to have a plan in place for those who are resistant to change. And finally, you should be able to evaluate how the change has been adopted and measure the impact that it had on the organization. So to measure this impact, there is many ways we can use. For example, you can use surveys, you can use like with Google Forms, and you can analyze the data with Google Sheet. You can also broadcast and make polls on the material that you recorded or posted. So there is many ways it helps you to measure the impact that happened after the training or after the professional development. How can include stakeholders in the goal setting process? It's not easy, and at the same time it's not hard. You need to put a plan. This is the most important thing. So develop with curiosity in mind. For me, it's encourage personal ownership. So this is the big key that you can use to include stakeholder in the goal setting process. So support schools in change management process. You need to follow 4 steps. First, you will need the support of leadership to help drive the challenge you are proposing. Second, you need to have a plan in place for those who are resistant to change. Third, communication to all parties involved should be as clear and transparent as possible. Finally, you should be able to evaluate how the change has been adopted and measure the impact that it has had on the organization. So let's look at a specific scenarios and see how other trainers have participated, how appropriate are their action steps, how relevant are their reflection. Scenario 1. Your organization has decided to increase the number of mobile devices in classroom. So as an action step, Knowing that so many teachers need support with device and time management, for me, you can develop a training videos and tutorials to model best practices. Also, you can work with the school leaders to answer any questions the teachers may have at an upcoming staff meeting. As a reflection, video tutorials will allow teachers to learn new content at their space, and being present during staff meeting lets them get answers to any specific questions they may have. Scenario 2. I want to get into more classrooms to model technology integration for the teachers at my site. As an action step, target the teachers who are early technology adopters and spend time in their rooms building community and building trust by sharing those stories. You can start define the role that you can play in the classroom, how you can help these new teachers with the Google skills and apps. So as a reflection, it's not easy to go into classrooms where teachers don't know how to work with you. So helping them understand your role and also offer your help and offer some material that it could help them. Also, it's build the trust between both sides. Scenario 3. The school is struggling to measure the success of their technology rollout. So you can do as an action step, develop benchmarks to measure teachers' skills in Google Workspace for Education Fundamentals. You can develop training schedule to help teachers gain more skills in Google Apps. Also, you can help and encourage teachers to earn Google Educator Level 1 certification. As a reflection, having interim goals allows you to support the change management process and monitor success. Okay, now let's start with the lesson exercise. Which groups should be included as stakeholders when supporting a shared vision as a Google for Education certified trainer? Let's start. Local business, أكيد wrong. Sure, it's wrong. School leaders, correct. Students, correct. Politicians, wrong. Number 2, what are some effective ways to ensure stakeholders understand or buy into the shared vision of their organization? Use a Google form to survey stakeholders. This is correct. Create a Google group for your organization, share updates and hold discussions. This is correct. Use Blogger to share school updates and innovate practices. This is correct. Place copies of the school's vision statement in staff mailbox and ask teachers to read them. This is wrong. Question number 3. What are some ways you can involve stakeholders in the goal-setting process? Host parent evening to gather ideas and feedback from parents. This is correct. Collaborate with other community trainers and share success and failure stories with community leaders. This is correct. Allow students to share ideas and opinions through the use of Google Form survey. This is correct. Meet regularly with the school leaders to discuss ways you can help support the school vision. This is correct. The last one, what strategies you can impact change management? Continuing to work on projects, hoping that time will provide results? No. Providing ongoing support for all community members. This is correct. Setting goals and communicating those goals to leaders and other change agents. This is correct. Acting as a positive presence both in person and online. This is also correct. Thank you. We are done from Unit 1. See you in the next tutorial. We will start with Unit 2, Design Professional Learning. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe my channel to receive more videos. See you soon. Bye.